we just completed part 2, so we're going to make our way to part 3 here. It's pretty much a rectangle, except that we don't have perfectly vertical lines here. We have a little angle here. So we'll go back to our inventor. If we still have part 2 open, simply make your way to the top right hand corner and close the file by clicking on the lower right X, which will close that file. Move your mouse to the file pull down and select New. Once the new dialog box appears, ensure that you're on the metric tab and scroll down and locate the standard millimeter IPT template. Single click or double click and then click on OK to begin our new part 3. Once again, we begin in sketch mode. By using the line command, I'm simply going to trace out the general profile, which looks something like this. Once the general profile has been sketched, we'll add dimensions to it by scrolling down our 2D sketch panel and locating general dimension. And the first value I'm going to place is my angle between the horizontal bottom and the left vertical line by clicking on each of them and then clicking where the angle dimension should be placed. I drew it at 61 degrees. That should be 83. So with a left click, we pop up our edit dimension dialog box and we enter 83. You can press enter after typing 83 or clicking on the green check mark. Our next dimension that we're going to place is the dimension between the top horizontal line and the right vertical-ish line. It's now at 90 degrees. I simply click to place the dimension in between them, and I click on the dimension to edit, and I enter the value 83, clicking the green arrow to accept. The next dimension is the top horizontal line. I simply left click, move my mouse up, left click again to place the dimension. I click on the dimension to edit the dimension, and that dimension should be 418 millimeters. Clicking on the green arrow to accept. My sketch is no longer completely visible in my sketching area, so I make my way up to the zoom all tool up along the top. I left click, brings my entire sketch into view. I then want a dimension between the top horizontal line and the bottom horizontal line. Place the dimension in between them. I simply click on that dimension and I enter a value of 50 millimeters, clicking on the green arrow to accept. My profile is now complete. I now want to exit sketch mode by moving my mouse up to the top menu bar, finding the return button. I simply left click. I want to place this view into an isometric view, so I move my mouse to the view cube in the top right hand corner. A house icon appears. I move my mouse over the house icon and I left click. I am going to use the extrude tool under the part feature list on the left side of my window. I click on extrude. The extrude dialog box appears. I am going to extrude based on distance a value of 19. I click OK. My part 3 is complete. To save this part, move your mouse to the save button along the top left hand corner of the toolbar. Click on the save. Name it part 3. Click on save. Part 3 is complete.